What's up, guys? Rich here again for Youth in Business TV. In this episode, I'm going to show you guys some of the interviews that I did this week. Like I told you guys before, there's pretty much three different types of interviews. There's an in-person interview, okay, or we're just side by side. There is a Skype interview, and then there is basically just a questionnaire that I'll email to you, and you can email me back your answers, and I'll read over the episode. So I have one of each for you guys. It just so happens that the first three interviews I did they happen to be one of each of those categories. So that's what we're gonna do. So check it out and stay tuned. What's up, guys? This is Rich again for Youth in Business TV. Today I'm joined with a friend of mine, somebody I just met. His name is Chris, and he has a business that he started a long time ago, and it's a really interesting story. So I want to turn it over to him and let him tell us a little bit about what it is he does. So tell me, Chris, what is it that you do exactly?
Clock and watch repair. It's something I've been doing, picked up by a family member some years ago. And it's about 26 years now. Started when I was 8 years old.
Wow.
And been doing it ever since, professionally as a business, only for a little over a year now. But it's very rare, dying art.
So it's kind of a specialty. It's kind of a niche industry.
Yes, a very much specialty. And actually, I have another buddy whom calls it a specialized skill.
So tell us a little bit about, you said you started when you were 8 years old.
Yes.
And to me, that's really interesting. Because when I was 8 years old, I was running around jumping, climbing trees. So, tell me a little bit about that. Tell me about how you got into that.
When I wasn't jumping and climbing, jumping out trees and climbing them, basically I'd be at a family reunion. I'm downstairs and I'm poking around all the Christmas presents. But I got so easily distracted by a bunch of little shiny things sitting on top of the fireplace mantel. That's a pocket watch. Got that in England. Well, long story short, later on that day, he was upstairs in his room, or his office, and he was doing something on his computer, and he owned his own company at the time, so he wasn't as youthful as I am now at the point. He was in his 50s already, but anyway, he looks at me and he says, "How much do you like pocket watches? They're really interesting." He says, "Well, I got something to show you." And he takes me down to the kitchen table in the dining room. All right, and he takes a pocket watch. It's broke. All right, and he takes it into a million pieces. Okay, and what I mean by that is there is about 150 different parts in a pocket watch. Okay?
Wow. Yeah.
All the way, and they're micro. Okay, the micro pieces. So
complicated, real.
Very complicated.
Yeah.
You have screws that are small enough you can fit about 50 of them on the tip of your finger.
Wow.
All right, they're very, very tiny pieces, so you got to have very good eyesight. And my eyesight back in the day was keen, very keen. Nowadays, not so keen. But I've been doing it long enough, I can do this practically with my eyes shut.
Yeah.
But anyway, he takes it apart and he looks at me and he says, "Put it back together and make it work." And walks out of the room. And I look at him, I quite literally, "What?" He says, "Make it work." So I took my screwdrivers, he left me all the tools, everything I'm going to need. He says, "Just figure it out, make it work." So I sat there, it took me 4 hours, but I put it all back together, wound it up, and it starts ticking. And I kind of sat there with my mouth agape, dropped to the drawer like a cash register. All right, and he comes back into the room a little bit later because I'm screaming for him. I'm so excited I can't get out of my chair. And he looks at me and he says, "Okay, all right, I'll teach you." Went through about a year, 2 years of training, just still going there on family outings or whatever, but he eventually got me to a point to where I can do it completely on my own without being supervised, and I just did it on my own ever since then.
Wow.
So, and the awesome part is I got going at it at a very, very young age. But what's even more impressive is I am now, like I said, 34. I have 4 children. All right. My oldest of which, she is now just barely over the age I was when I started. She's 9,
okay,
going on 10. But
wow,
she picked it up. By 3 years old, she was fixing them on her own.
So this is kind of a family lineage kind of thing. Like it was passed on to you, you're passing it on down to her.
That's right. And it's my knowledge, actually, that along with my acquaintance out in Old Folsom, it's a family lineage for them as well.
Wow.
My mom was a very brilliant woman. She actually used to make light bulbs And as easy as that might sound, it's actually quite complicated. But she was never into watches, but she was into smaller things, smaller gadgets.
Yeah. So maybe that's kind of how you got into that sort of mechanical mindset.
That's what I'm thinking.
Her, maybe. Yeah.
I've always been more mechanical and hands-on than I have been books.
Yeah.
All right. I love books.
Yeah. Hey, me too, man. I got a construction company and I can't do all that other stuff, but you give me a hammer, I'll swing it.
There you go.
Cool. Well, so let me ask you. You started it when you were 8.
Yes.
Okay, and you've been doing it kind of ever since. Now, has it always been something that you've done for money? You've offered it. You worked at whatever your day job is, and then that's something you do on the side. Has it always been like that?
In the younger days, like 8 years old to say probably 15.
So you definitely have your business, some business experience, obviously. What advice would you give to young people? I mean, we probably don't have any 8-year-old viewers, but what advice would you give to young people about starting or maintaining or trying to get started with a business?
Well, I'll be very honest. There are times where it can be very difficult.
Yeah.
Okay. There are points to where you're going to have to be very sure of what it is you want to do as a career.
Yeah.
Okay. When I first started off, I knew, okay, I loved doing this. Still do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which is why I don't charge very much, all right, because I love it. I don't do it for the money. I do it for the money, but I do it more for the love of doing it.
Yeah.
All right, kind of like theater acting. All right, but when it comes to finding a career, that's what you got to do first. You need to find out what you want to do. Okay, if you set your sights on clock and watch repair, that's the only thing you want to do for the rest of your life, but you're willing to do whatever you got to take to get to be able to do that the rest of your life, then you've got to take those steps. You have to do it. For a long time, all right, the first time I ever tried, a long time ago I should say, the first time I ever tried doing this as a professional business, I wasn't even legal age yet. I wasn't 18. I was still 13, 14, 15. I wanted to start doing it because I thought to myself I was that good.
Yeah.
All right, but
you had too much hubris, I guess.
I knew in my heart I wasn't that good yet, but at the same time I wanted to try. And every time I tried, it kind of backfired because I'd question myself, do I really want to do this the rest of my life?
Yeah.
Because it can be meticulous and monotonous, and it can give you a headache. I mean, there are nights where I'll be up all night long, and by the next morning I got a splitting migraine. Okay, but all the pain is worth the outcome to see an old antique work again.
Yeah.
Okay. But number one, make sure it's something that you're going to be proud of doing, love doing. Yeah. For the rest of your life or for a good long time to come. For example, my opinion, at least 30 years. At least.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's your career. It's what you're going to do for the rest of your life.
It's the career. So make sure it's something you want to do.
Yeah.
Another step would be, obviously, you're going to want to look into all the proper licensing. Okay. And this is where it gets a little more tricky. Okay. Because depending upon what it is you want to do, you are going to need particular licensings or permits for that.
Yeah.
Okay. For what I do, it's very simple. One is a wholesaler's permit, which we do have. Okay. Another one is a business license, which I acquired. Only costs a few bucks, depending upon what you want to do, and then back at home. So, and both, in order to run the business and have both certificates be legit, must remain at wherever it is your shop is or you run your business out of. So that's the hard part. It's for example, if you want to be a restaurant owner. You need your food handler's license. You need your business license for just in general. There's a few others involved, but
there's a number of them, I'm sure.
There is, but so make sure you got your licensing correct. That is another big thing because you can very easily end up registered with IRS, all right, and Franchise Tax Board. You can very, very easily miss out on paying taxes and then get audited, and then you got a problem, and you might not even know it until a year or two down the road, and then you could be owing $20,000 and you only made $200.
Sure.
Okay, you just never know what's going to happen. There's small business tax and so many other things, self-employment tax. There's a lot of different things involved on it, and before I could really open this up and even get it going to the point I have this business now, I had to take a good at least year of studying the licensing part and the permits, before I knew, okay, this is where I can open shop, This is how much it's going to cost me. This is the taxes I got to pay. All right, that's what I got to do, or that's what anybody should do.
Yeah.
It's always look at what licensing there is. So that's the first two. A third one, and this to me, honestly, dead honest, is the most important.
Okay.
Have fun with what you do. Okay?
Right, yeah.
You've got to have, not just enjoy. There's a big difference between having fun and enjoying it and just simply enjoying it. If you go to work every day and you do the same thing over and over and over, going paycheck to paycheck, but you're really not happy, you got a job. Good for you. You got a job.
Yeah.
All right. However, if you go to work every day and you love what you do, you love seeing your clients smile, you love seeing the ultimate outcome, the end result that you're aiming for. In my case, it's clock repair, watch repair, making an antique run again, like I said. Or on the railroad, it was, I want to see the smile on the people's faces as they're rolling down the rails, and the wind in their hair, and hearing the whistle on the train. Yeah, I loved that too, but I wasn't making the connection when he was saying. But the rest of what I'm getting at is, when you can do that, when you achieve your goal of seeing your clients happy, you don't have a job. You have work, but you don't have a job. You have a hobby you are paid to do. You have something you love to do that you just so happen to get paid for at the same time. Like movie acting. Just about, I'm sorry, I don't know any actor out there that doesn't love getting paid for what they do and at the same time doesn't absolutely love having that kind of fun, I mean, so yeah, that's really what this is for me, and that's what I honestly do believe should be for just about everybody out there. If you're going to start your own business, make sure you love what you do.
Yeah. So again, guys, this was Chris. Now tell us the name of your business.
Juliana's Clock and Watch Repair.
Okay. And you got a cool little business card. Let's see that.
Yeah, yep, got it.
You showed it to me. I got one too.
Yep. There you are, guys.
Juliana's business. Juliana's Clock Repair. That's cool. That's your last name.
Juliana's, yes. And
cool.
You can't mess it up. It's a very rare, very, very rare name.
We're gonna send you guys a link down here to his webpage, to his stuff. Check him out. If you need clock repair in Northern California, there's only one guy you got to go to. It's this guy right here. Okay, so again, guys, this is Youth in Business TV. We got some more interviews coming up. We're going to go to a few different places, talk about a few different things. But it's been great talking to you, Chris.
Awesome.
Good luck in your business. And I bet you guys didn't know this. Henry Ford was a watch repairer before he ever made cars. So, good luck, my friend. Thank you for meeting me. Thank you for being on the show. And we hope to see you guys soon. What's up, guys? This is Rich again for Youth in Business TV. And I'm doing a Skype interview with another local business owner, and her name is Erin. So say hi, Erin.
Hello.
So Erin, tell me a little bit about your business.
Well, it's called Phil's Affordable Hauling. It's a full-service hauling service. So if you're moving or you want to clean up your backyard, take down an extra storage shed you don't want anymore, get rid of an old broken hot tub, we can come pick it up for you, clean up the area, and get it out of there.
So it's a hauling business. That's pretty cool. How did you, is it you and your husband or you and a partner? Is it just you?
Yeah, it's my, my civil partner.
Cool.
Philip.
How long have you guys been in business?
Well, I started about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And then he sold it to me a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
Almost years.
But you guys still both do it?
Well, he's the manager. I deal more with the back end, the bookkeeping end of it. So he interviewed me for a job as the secretary for the company, and then about 8 months later, he sold it to me.
It worked out, I guess, huh?
We got together.
Well, that's cool. So let me ask you, if I may, how old are you? I
just turned 25.
Oh, okay.
And he's 30.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because this is youth, people in their 20s starting businesses, owning businesses. So that's why I ask. So give us a little advice on how to own a business, how to run a business, how to do what you do.
Well, I would say you just have to know what your demand is, what your customers want, and do everything you can to make them happy.
Yeah. Like
You
what's...
gotta really,
I'm sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead, please.
yeah, I mean, you have to really know how to market yourself, especially online. These days is really important.
Yeah.
So that's where we put the majority of our advertising money into.
Yeah. Free advertising? Oh, no, you pay for your advertising.
Yeah, we do pay Google. I think we had some other ones we were paying, but I think right now we're just paying Google.
Oh, okay. Does that get
And
you...
then business cards, and that's pretty much it for advertising.
Yeah. Does
Oh,
that...
and we're doing Angie's List. We've done a lot of deals on Angie's List,
Uh-huh.
which is kind of like Groupon, but we get a better deal. Groupon takes 50%, whereas Angie's List takes, I think, 30%.
How does that work exactly? I've heard of Angie's List, but I haven't really gotten into that. So how does that work?
It seems to be a really good deal for the customers. So what they do is whenever they want a service, they go to Angie's List and they see the reviews of all the people that have used the service before.
Uh-huh.
And then if they're a member, they can buy these Angie's List big deals. So they might get a hauling service for $99 that's worth, how much? How much is the $99 worth? $145? Yeah, so a service that we usually charge $189 for, they would buy that for $99, the coupon,
yeah.
and then they would use it whenever they wanted to get that done.
Oh, okay, cool. So
and
it's...
then after they use it, they write a review, and so then we get more business from that.
Oh, okay. It's not just like a straight review site where they review you. You kind of have to offer, give them some kind of offer.
I don't think you have to do that, but it's a way to draw more attention.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's cool. That's cool. So tell us, can you give us anything else about the business? Anything quirky? Anything that maybe you didn't expect when you first got started?
I would say that it's kind of competitive a little bit because it is one of those operations where, you know, you get a truck, you get a trailer, and you're pretty much in business, you know, once you get your license and insurance and all that.
Yeah.
So there are a number of haulers in the area. There's several, like, big name chains, and then there's the little guys that just have a truck, and we're kind of in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so we are growing, but we don't want to get to be like a huge company because I think people really like using a small company.
Yeah.
But knowing that we are a real company, that we're not just a guy with a truck, so they feel like they have that security and they know that we're insured and licensed and all that.
Yeah. Well, that's great. So is this your only source of income? Like, do you have like a day job? Is this like a weekend thing?
Oh wait, I was going somewhere with that competitive thing.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
So the thing is, Philip used to work for one of the bigger companies, and he left to start his own. And they advertise a lot on the overpasses over the highway, you know, with banners.
Okay.
Which is something that was his idea when he was with the company. So he decided that he would try and do that with his own company, and he got into kind of a banner war with the bigger company.
Yeah.
Where one person was like trying to tell him to leave. It was kind of funny.
Oh, wow. On the billboards or just on the overpasses, you said?
No, not billboards. It's like you get a big plastic banner and just kind of park on the overpass.
Okay, I've seen those. I know what you're talking about, I think. I haven't seen yours, but I've seen...
A lot of companies are doing it now.
Yeah.
But he was the first one. He started.
Oh, wow. Well, hey, my hat's off to that guy, being innovative. So, my question was, is this your only business, or is this your only source of income, or do you do other things, or... Like, do you have a day job?
I just finished my student teaching to become a high school teacher.
Oh,
so
okay.
next year I should hopefully be teaching high school English somewhere in the area.
Yeah.
And out of the hauling business, we started another small business, which is house cleaning, Michelle's Comfort Cleaning.
Cool.
And office cleaning. So we do mostly residential, but also some commercial cleaning.
Yeah.
And it's very popular. We hire some really great workers.
Cool.
And we get really good reviews.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. So are you going to continue with the business once you start teaching?
Well, I don't have to do too much. We'll probably hire another person to do the administrative stuff.
Okay, so you'll just be sitting back smoking your cigar and they'll be raking in the money for you then.
Oh yeah, but I don't smoke.
I know, I'm just kidding. Okay, cool. Well, awesome. Well, thanks for being on the series. I'm going to send you personally a link to the series so you can see this episode. Is there anything else you want to tell our viewers in closing?
Let me see. Do you want to say anything? Oh yeah, visit the website Phil's Affordable Hauling.
Okay, cool. I'll put a link to that down at the bottom.
Yeah, and then I think it has a link to we have a site for spa removal as well, and then also Michelle's Comfort Cleaning.
All right, cool, great. Well, thanks for being on the show. Thanks for doing this interview. I know it was tricky to get together, us getting together like this. It was hard, but thanks for doing it, and thanks for watching, guys. And we got a lot more content coming, and definitely check out what Erin's telling you to do, because she's a great person. And that's about it. Okay, thanks a lot. Okay, guys, so those were the first two interviews. That was the in-person and the Skype. And so now I'm going to read you the online testimonial that I got. It was just emailed in to me. So this is from No Name. She didn't want to put her name, which is fine. You don't have to do that. She is 38 years old. She lives in Roseville, California. She started her business 10 years ago, so she was 28, and her business is cake decorating. So the question I asked is, what is your business about, and what do you do for a living? She wrote, I am the owner and cake designer of Divine Cakes. All cakes are custom and made to order. How did you get into this type of work? I am a physics engineer that fell in love with sweets. I tried it once and loved the creative aspect of it, and much later I made it into a business. What struggles did you encounter in creating your business? Only recently, California passed cottage food law, meaning that small bakeries could operate from home if they passed certain criteria and standards. Before that happened, the only way was to rent a legal kitchen, pay rent, and carry significant insurance. What is one thing or several things that you learned and did not expect about having your own business? She wrote, taxes. That was a big learning curve, and all the license and requirements that had to be followed because I am a food operator. What advice would you give to someone who is young and new to the world of business? I would strongly recommend to start research online about everything you need to have in order to proceed with the legal side of your business. That way you will be prepared on where to go and what permits to file for your specific trade. Another thing that would be very helpful is networking. Paid membership groups, as enticing as they sound, you need to make sure that it is worth it financially. Focus on free groups and opportunities. Never shy away from donating your service for a good cause. Volunteer to show your product, skills, and good character. Becoming a part of your community can be beneficial. Take your time learning your strong sides, and don't get discouraged if the business doesn't get booming from day one. Always try to improve your skills and be your own best competition. So that was pretty cool. And she closed it with a quote. Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Dr. Seuss. So that was pretty cool. So thank you very much, No Name from Roseville, California. Thanks for being on the show. Good luck with your business, Divine Cakes. I'm going to give you her link right here so you guys can check her out. So again, guys, this was the interview episode of Youth in Business TV. A lot of more interviews coming, a lot more episodes, a lot of different things coming up. So thanks for watching. As always, subscribe, share, comment, like, do what you got to do. And see you guys soon.